Wanted to ask about, like, in doing a sales campaign, the proper order of the different like types of reaching out to prospects.
Yeah.
So specifically, I'm trying to reach out to owners and developers of large construction projects
Yep.
and potentially work with them to become their advisor on their insurance programs for the projects.
Uh-huh.
And what I was thinking was, like, I've heard you talk about the raising my hand, letting them know I'm out here type of call. So what I was thinking was that type of call first. Second, like 3 months later, an email letting them know I've got an idea that I'd like to get their opinion on. And then when they call me back, having an insight for them with the goal of sending them some material on what I do. And then third call, a few months after that, calling to see if it makes sense to set up a meeting to talk about their pipeline of projects. So wanted to see if, like, that's a good order to go in. And then second question was, what would a voicemail look like for the I'm letting you know I'm out here, raising my hand type of call?
Okay. I'm gonna unpack all of these real quick, and you'll start to figure them out as you get better at this. Number one, I don't want you, the I'm raising my hand call to let you know I'm out here. I don't want that to be part of your sales process. Now, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying don't make those calls. I'm saying that's a supplemental call that's not part of your actual process. That's something you're gonna do when your pipeline, when you don't have so many deals in your pipeline that you have more deals to work in the day than you have day. And that's where most of you guys are. You don't have so many deals that you're overwhelmed and can't get everything done. That's where I want you to say, okay, I'm gonna do 10 calls a day. I put together the strategic list, and I'm just gonna let them know I'm out here. That, you asked what the voicemail is. That voicemail is gonna sound like this. Hey, John, Matt Easton, founder at Easton University, you and I are connected on LinkedIn. Listen, I just wanted to let you know, in terms of sales coaching, I just want to raise my hand, let you guys know I'm out here. If you ever have any questions around your sales process, your sales team, I live and breathe this stuff. I'm happy to help. Even if you just want to bounce an idea off of somebody, even if you're already working with somebody else, I'm happy to kind of be a sounding board for you. Just wanted to let you know I'm out here. That's what that voicemail sounds like. It's not, if I could have 5 minutes of your time. It's not, I wanted to make sure you're aware of what I do. It's, hey, and you can literally use the words. I just wanted to raise my hand, let you guys know I'm out here. Whether you do business with us or not, I'm a resource. I love this stuff. I nerd out on this stuff. I'm happy to help you, even if you're not my client. Whatever you need, I just want to let you know I'm out here. My mobile 720-660-3202. Okay, but that's not part of your sales process. Your sales process is very different. Okay, your sales process is more definitive. Now, in terms of the cadence, it's I've got an idea I wanted to get your opinion on. Okay, and please, and we just talked about this with triangulation. The idea is not, if you do business with me, I can help you. The idea is not, we've got a special promotion and if you act now, you can save 15%. The idea is hopefully a problem that's going on in the industry and you're triangulating it. Here's something that we're seeing in the industry. Here is the reason for the problem. How are you dealing with that? Okay, now this problem is related to what you're selling. So here's where there was one other disconnect that I want to make sure you're aware of. You said, and then at this point, how long do I wait to talk to them about campaigns we can work on? You don't. The problem relates into how are you handling that? And then what is that costing you? Now in one singular conversation, you're going to go through 3, almost 4 components of your Easton University portal, and you're going to move into monetizing. What is that costing you? How much time are you guys spending on that, right? If you were able to solve that, what would you be able to do? Wow, we'd be able to grow our company, right? In terms of growing your company, and this is where you got to have a sword and shield. Where are you guys at right now? We're at $11 million. Got it, that's awesome. Where do you want to be? We'd like to be at 15 million, right? Awesome. Now you've monetized the situation. We got a $4 million delta, and if they were able to have your XYZ, that's going to free up the time to where they're able to do an additional $4 million in work without having to hire new people. Now you could almost go right into your close hey, because of the fact that you told me you guys are at 11 million right now, you have no way of doing it out in the field, you want to get to 15. This is what we do all day, every day. Does it make sense for us to work with you and take over your XYZ so you can be on the road to 15 million, right? Yes. Holy shit, I didn't even do a demo or anything. Like sometimes you guys, by the way, if you start doing this, you guys, the first 2 or 3 of them are going to smack you right upside the head. You're going to be like, it was so good, you're not going to be prepared for it. They're going to be like, yeah. And you're going to be like, oh, okay. Shoot, normally I send a demo. Oh, awesome, right? You have to get in the habit. Congratulations, you made a great decision. What happens next? I'll get you final pricing on everything. You don't even know the price yet. Let's say you don't even know. I'll get you final pricing on everything. Put it together in a DocuSign, something simple that you can sign off on. I'll have that over to you in the next 10 minutes. How long will it take you to get that signed and turned around? Well, I can do it today. Fantastic, right? I'm going to send that over to you. If I don't see it back in my box by 4 p.m., I'll circle back with you then. Fair enough? Yeah. Welcome aboard. Can't wait to get this solved for you. Right? There's no losing that. Hey, because of the fact that you said you guys are at 11 million, you want to get to 15 million. If you had XYZ, you could get there. Does it make sense for us to give you that so you can get on that road to 15 million? No. Got it. What's a good next step? Well, I don't know. This is the first time I really thought about it. Totally get it. What's a good next step on my end? Give me 2 days to just kick this around, because you really brought up some really incredible concepts there. But I want to talk to Bryce Adams, my partner on this. Give me 2 days. Perfect. Today's Tuesday. How about we do this? I'll call you Thursday afternoon if I haven't heard from you before then. Fair enough? Yeah. And then on your next call, hey, Matt Easton with Easton Logistics, calling to see if it makes sense for us to take over your LTLs so you guys can get on that road from 11 million to 15 million. Right? It's simple. So you're attaching. That's where we're not just delivering an insight that's helpful just to give them news. The insight is around how we can help. But here's where we got to make sure that we understand this. What we have to do is they flip it upside down. Unskillful people flip it upside down. They say, we can help you with XYZ. And then they don't say the reason because that's going to solve this problem. And then they don't say the reason for the problem. You have to flip that whole thing on its head and say, here's something that we're seeing. Here's the reason why that's happening. How are you dealing with that? It's a struggle for us. When you say it's a struggle, can you unpack that for me? Yeah, we spend extra time on it. Just out of curiosity, when you say extra time, how much time are you spending? That's about 2-3 hours per associate manager per week. Got it. Just out of curiosity, what are you guys paying associate managers? $95K a year plus incentives. Man, and they're spending how many hours a week? 2-3 hours a week. That's like, what is that? 12 hours. That's more than a work day every month they're spending on this. Yeah, tell me about it. Are you guys hiring any managers right now? Yeah, we have 4 spots open. What if you could get back that 12 hours? Could you maybe reduce that and not have to hire a 4th person? Yeah, I mean, we could get away with only hiring 2 if we took this off their table, off their plate. Yeah, because of the fact that you said you got 4 slots open, your people are overworked right now. They're doing, how much, by the way, just out of curiosity, what are you guys paying overtime every month? I don't know. If you had to take a guess, what would it be? 12, 15 grand, right? Look, I've monetized because of the fact that you said you're hiring 2 people. Each person is now spending 2 to 3 hours a week on this task. You're understaffed in this position anyways. You're already spending 12 to 15,000 in overtime. I can take all that ancillary work off of their plate. This is what we do all day, every day. Get you that 12 to 15 grand in overtime back. Get them back on track, and ideally help you avoid having to hire 2 of these individuals, because we're going to optimize the team that you have. Does it make sense for us to get this in place so they're not wasting the time on that? How the hell do they say no to that? Right? But the whole genesis of this conversation is, I can't start the conversation with, I can help save your people time so you guys aren't spending as much on payroll. Nobody wants to hear that. What they want to hear is, man, there's something going on that we're seeing with logistics companies just like yours that I'd love to get your opinion on. Yeah, sure. What is it? So on their docks, especially on the LTL freight, they're having to use a big dock because of OSHA regulations, and that's tying up that dock that you could be using for larger facilities, and you got a 20-foot truck in there, and they're spending time doing the reporting, and just doesn't seem to pencil on those smaller trucks. But at the same time, with those clients, you have to service those clients. How are you guys dealing with that? Right? I'm just making stuff up here, but that's how you start a sales conversation. It's a problem, right? And don't say, that's good because I can solve it. When you say it's a problem, can you give me a specific example of what's going on? Yeah, we're having to run a whole nother shift from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. It sucks trying to pay people to work those hours. I got to pay them a 40% bonus per hour to work those hours, but that's the alternative we have until we get some extra docks. Would there be another way without you having to get extra docks? Well, I don't know. What if you could get the smaller trucks out completely and only work larger trucks? Can't do that. Why not? Because our larger clients, although 80% of their work with us is larger trucks, they need us to do the smaller trucks. Right? Now before you're waiting to tell them that you have an alternative that can handle all their smaller trucks until you've monetized it, until you've figured out what the problem is. And then you're able to say, because of the fact that you said you've got to work these smaller trucks in order to keep your clients, but working the smaller trucks is causing you to do overtime, what I'd like to recommend is us take over all your LTL, all your 20-foot or less trucks, getting those off your plate completely. We have bandwidth, by the way, to take as many of them as possible, freeing you up to go find more customers and only work the larger trucks. We'll take the smaller ones. Does it make sense for us to start into an agreement where the smaller trucks just come over to our facility? It's a mile down the road. We'll do all of those for you. Get that off your plate, right? But if I can't flip it on its head and say, hey, if I could have 5 minutes of your time, I'd like to tell you how we can save you on your shipping and do your smaller trucks. Now we're good, right? You got to slow down in the beginning.